All right, welcome back to another Wednesday Wellness episode. I am so grateful that you are here today. Grateful that you are taking some time to think about what you can do to step into your own power to take back control of your health. I am Laurel Kelsey. I am a functional nutritionist, a trauma-informed exercise physiologist, and my mission, my heart, is to help women who are struggling with symptoms, health symptoms that just are not going away and are just ready to take back control of their health. I'm here to help you step back to the basics so that you can shift the terrain of your body from the inside out, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, so that you can take back control of your health. So today, if you came across this video on accident, maybe on YouTube, what I'm doing is I have a Wednesday Wellness newsletter every week. And this week we are talking about something that has been on my mind for multiple weeks. I had a colleague post and do an Instagram post about this specific topic. And it just reminded me of how much I speak into this with my clients, but I don't know if that I've ever talked about it here before. So I want to talk about the power of taking back control of your health, of your life, by flipping the script in your brain about how you look at your situation. And I think the best way to do this is to give you a couple of scenarios. So in my clinic, in my virtual clinic, when I'm working with people, lots of times, there's many things that come up, but things that are very common are mental health issues, gut health issues, low blood sugar problems, or what people are seeing is as brain fog, maybe weight problems, pain, inflammation, those type of things, right? So let's talk about a couple of circumstances that I see pretty often. The first circumstance is constipation. Okay, I go through an intake with a client and we get to the point where we've done what I call a food, mood, poop journal. I have seen at least 5 days of what they're eating and kind of the pattern of their chronic symptoms, whether it was mentally or physically, emotionally, and also had a chance to look at what their bowel movement patterns are. And one of the most common patterns that I see is constipation, which is not a surprise for somebody who is struggling with their health to have constipation issues, because our gut health and our immune system are so intricately connected. We might even have up to about 70% of our immune system sitting in our gut health. So when our gut is in the bad place, not feeling good, you can bet that you're probably going to have some immune issues going on also. So constipation is not fun. So say that you are with me sitting in a consultation and it comes up with constipation, and we start talking about the things that you're eating and your movement that you're doing throughout the day, your sleep habits, and we drill down and figure out that you are eating fast food a lot. And this is not a judgment, right, on fast food or not fast food. But what you tell me is that's just kind of my choice right now because I'm so busy and just feeling like life is just so out of control. And that's just, I figure it's better to eat somewhere, do something, than not eat at all. And so then I would have the opportunity to educate you more about what fast food does to the body and how long it takes to go through, and the inflammatory problems that might come up with eating deep fried food especially, or even salad dressings that have more inflammatory oils in them. And from there, we would make a decision together about what you want to do moving forward. And say that we make the decision that you need to stop or significantly decrease to start your outings to fast food. So that's easy for us to talk about, but then we have to look at now what's happening in the brain. Are you all of a sudden really frustrated, overwhelmed, anxious? Are you kind of angry at me for making this suggestion? And we have to look at what is the script, what is playing in your brain, what's the movie playing in your brain about this new shift in your life that you're considering. And it could go one of two ways. The first way, which is common, is, well, I don't like that I'm constipated. I don't like how I feel. I hate feeling bloated and inflamed. And I really like to eat out, or I don't feel like I have time to eat out. But Laurel says that I have to do this. I have to stop eating fast food. And then, of course, then we have to have a new conversation because I'm not telling you to do anything. I am merely making suggestions that you can decide to step into your own power to be able to make that decision. And it's not about putting yourself in a spot of self-criticism or kind of becoming the victim, right? It's easy to fall into victim mentality when we see a problem and there's a solution, but we don't like the solution. So now we're the victim of the problem. And that's not where I want you to go. What if you flipped the script and it sounded something like this? Okay, I'm constipated. I really don't like feeling constipated. After doing the food, mood, poop journal, I can see that I'm actually eating out fast food a lot more than I realized. And Laurel taught me some things about fast food that I didn't know. And I'm not happy about the idea that I need to make some shifts in my eating patterns. And that's the magic word, and it's okay. I am going to acknowledge that I have these feelings, but I don't have to be a victim to those thoughts. And just because I don't want to doesn't mean that I can't make these changes, right? This is more about more about discipline than motivation. So I'm constipated. I don't like how I feel. I really like fast food. I use it a lot as a way to help me manage my time. And now I'm going to make the decision to start learning how to cook at home, to start learning how to bring more fruits and vegetables into my diet. And I'm going to use Laurel to help me learn how to use food as my medicine to help me feel better and to improve the constipation and to decrease the inflammation. Do you see the magic word in there? It's and. It allows you to take back control over your thoughts and not run away down a track of that victim mentality of, these are all my problems, but Laurel says I have to do it and I don't want to, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And flipping that script to, and I'm choosing to make these changes because I don't want to be constipated anymore. I want to be less inflamed. The power of the and word is so powerful, and it is a mindset shift that you can choose to take on. Let's look at another scenario. Let's say you come to me because you are always complaining about low energy. You feel like you have brain fog a lot. Maybe you're having digestive issues. You're not sleeping very well. These could kind of all go hand in hand, right? And so we go back and we go through the health history. We go through a food, mood, poop journal together. And what we uncover are the gold nuggets of what we are going to together determine how you're going to move forward, how you're going to take back control of your health. And in the journal, what we find is a major gold nugget. We find that you have gone all the way until 2 o'clock without eating any food. Now, if you were doing intermittent fasting and very specifically doing that for a purpose and breaking your fast at a certain time, that's one completely different thing that you work with a healthcare practitioner, with your medical team, with a functional nutritionist, with somebody to appropriately do intermittent fasting. But that's not what's going on here. You are not trying to intermittent fast. You just have not managed your time and your priorities, your non-negotiables, to make sure that you start the day with good food that will help your blood sugar stay balanced throughout the day. So you're not having breakfast with protein and healthy fat and fiber, which is fruits and vegetables and some whole grains in there maybe. And then you continue. So that pattern of you've been fasting all night, you're not purposely doing intermittent fasting for a purpose, you're just neglecting to eat breakfast, then starts this cascade that in our session you learn, wow, I didn't realize when I don't eat that starts to send signals to my hormones that there's maybe a crisis problem going on, and perhaps your cortisol might start lifting up, and as your blood sugar, because your blood sugar is dropping lower than it wants to be. And of course, then you learn that I didn't realize when my blood sugar is low that I start to have headaches and not be able to think as well, not be able to focus as well. Maybe that's where the brain fog is coming from. My energy is really, really low throughout the whole entire day. And our journaling just shows immediately you probably have low blood sugar all the way through until you finally eat at some point in the day. So of course, that could be an expectation that you might have those symptoms. So then how do we look at this? How could you look at it? You have a couple options. You could look at it as, all right, we've uncovered this problem. I am low energy. I have what I'm calling brain fog. I'm feeling fatigued throughout the day. I'm not focusing very well. And in the Food Boob Poop Journal, we notice that I'm not eating very much throughout the day. But I just don't want to step into being responsible for feeding myself every day because that's so much work. But Laurel says that I need to change that, and so I guess I'll do it, right? You kind of have this negative outlook on this opportunity that has been presented to you, and you allow yourself to fall back into that victim mentality of, here's my problem, here's a solution, but I don't like the solution. It's not a good, now I kind of feel forced to make this change because my practitioner is suggesting it. And that's where we have to pull back the reins and be like, whoa, right? You don't have to make any interventions that are suggested by you by a doctor. You get to choose. So you can rewrite that story, flip the script for your brain, because it's always going to try to find the easiest solution to a problem. Your brain's biggest thing that it's trying to solve is just how to keep you safe and what is the easiest way to do that. Okay, so we go back to that. All right, we've uncovered probably low blood sugar. I'm not eating all the way until the afternoon, not because I don't want to, but just because it looks like I'm not managing my time well. I'm jumping straight into meetings without taking time to set up my day properly for myself. And at that point, when I finally realize that, wow, I'm really hungry, I already have a headache. I'm already not thinking very well. That focus is going on. There's no focus anymore. My energy is so low. So what am I going to do? I'm going to say, here is my situation, and I'm so fortunate that I have the opportunity to step into my power of making change. And I have the opportunity to choose to wake up in the morning and to eat breakfast. And I have the opportunity before I go to bed at night to make a list for myself of what I'm going to eat tomorrow so I don't have decision fatigue the next day about what I'm going to eat. So instead of eating it, I just miss it and I skip it because that's easier. And I have the opportunity to work with Laurel, for example, and she is going to help me manage my thoughts, and I'm going to be accountable to her, and I am going to choose to take her recommendations and see how I feel. I'm going to give myself 4 weeks with these suggestions and see what happens. Again, I'm hoping you're seeing the pattern. In both scenarios, you can either jump right away into a victim mentality. Here's the problem, but I don't like the solutions, but I guess I have to do them anyway. Or here's my problems. I can see what they are now because we've done this assessment. It's a little bit more clear where I can take back control, and I'm going to choose to make XYZ, ABC, 1, 2, 3, whatever recommendations together you and I decided to put down as your plan that you have the bandwidth, the ability to step into just a little bit at a time to move yourself forward. So that is what I wanted to leave you with today, is just to remember that you have control of how you look at your situation. I want you to take the opportunity to shed the titles of a sick person, of someone who doesn't have control over their life, of somebody who doesn't manage their time well. And I want you to step into new titles. I'm organized. I have the opportunity to choose to do this. I am a person who is healthy. You can get your power back by just changing, flipping the script in your brain. And if you need help, that's where you need a coach, right? That's where you need someone like me, or a medical provider who is really good at helping you make that mental shift so that you can progress forward. Okay, so what I want to do, leave you with that thought, switch out the victim mentality and use the but words, get rid of those, pull in and welcome and into your life, because you can choose that. And I'm so excited I have the opportunity to make change, and I'm ready to eat breakfast, for example. Okay, so what I want to do now is I just want to leave you just with a little bit of a reset. So I just want you to just clap your hands and just rub them really hard. Just get a bunch of energy just rolling up in those hands. Okay, maybe on your knuckles, just rolling around, get a bunch of energy on your fingernails, and then even just see if you can feel that energy. Okay, now I want you to put one hand on your head and put one hand on your heart. And I just want you to take a nice breath out. Okay, I want you to, as you're breathing in, breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. I want you to take your focus to your heart. Take your focus to your head. Take your focus back to your heart. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the mouth, longer out breath through the mouth. And then just shake everything out. Just let the energy just get out from your body. All right, my friends, I am so glad that you stopped by today, that I hope that you got some golden nuggets that you can take with you into your next week. I would love to hear from you if you want to if you're already on the newsletter, just hit reply. I'm the only one on the other end, or you can reach out to me on YouTube in a message if you want to. Remember, if you don't have my free ebook, feel free to download it. It's my top 10 tips for improving your mental health and managing your stress in a much better way, which is so crucial to overcoming symptoms. When you're not feeling good, we have to manage our stress. So hopefully that will be helpful for you too. I can't wait to see you next week. If you are looking for someone to work with one-on-one and you are ready, then I would love for you to apply to come in and work with me if that's something you're interested with. I promise to show up with all my energy and everything that I have to offer you to help you make the next steps forward to taking back control of your health, shifting the terrain of your body so the body can heal. It's inside you with the ability to do it. You definitely have the ability for tomorrow to be better than today. So I can't wait to see you next week. Reach out with any questions, and especially if there's something you want to learn about. If you want to make sure to not miss any extras that I might be posting on YouTube, make sure to subscribe. And it would so help me if you just sent it any of the YouTube broadcasts that I've put out. If you wanted to send them to someone that you think it would be helpful. We just need to work together to be able to get more information out, to give people hope that there is a way to come back and to feel better and to help the body take care of itself because it wants to do that. So for now, I will see you next week. I love you, and it was good to have you here. Goodbye.